Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got a friend. Do me wrong, do me right. Tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light, but don't let me be alone tonight. Say goodbye and say hello. Sure enough good to see you, but it's time to go. Don't say yes, but please don't say no. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Go away, then damn you. Go on and do as you please, yeah. You ain't gonna see me getting down on my knees. I'm undecided and your heart's been divided. You've been turning my world upside down. Do me wrong, do me right now, baby. Go on and tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light, but don't let me be lonely tonight. I don't want to be lonely tonight. No, no, I don't want to be lonely tonight. I don't want to be lonely tonight.
You got it.
Moving in silent desperation, keeping an eye on the Holy Land. A hypothetical destination. Say, who is this walking man? Well, the leaves have come to turn in, and the goose has gone to fly, and bridges are for burning. So don't you let that yearning pass you by. Walking man walks. If any other man stops and talks, but the walking man walks. Well, the frost is on the pumpkin, and the hay is in the barn, yeah. And Pappy's come to rambling on, stumbling around, drunk down on the farm. And the walking man walks. He doesn't know nothing at all. Any other man stops and talks, but the walking man walks on by. Walk on by. Most everybody got seed to sow. It ain't always easy for a weed to grow. No, no, so we don't hold the road for no one. want to listen to you, kissing his existence goodnight. Walking man, walk on by my door. Well, any other man stops and talks, but not the walking man. He's the walking man, born to walk on walking man. Well, now, would he have wings to fly? Yeah. Whoa, would he be free? Golden wings against the sky. Walking man, walk on by. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I want to stop. Thank you, baby. I want to stop. Thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Feels so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was just a bore. Everywhere I went, it seems I'd been there before. But you're right enough for me all of my days. Love so sweet, so
Cantor Marc.
many ways. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I just wanna stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could ask everyone to please come in and find seats at this time. Thank you. Try to be like a voice of God. Again, if you'll find your seats, ladies and gentlemen. So these are more even for the grade, for the here and the wall. Before beginning, everyone, did everyone receive one of the memorial pamphlets? Very good, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, our service today honoring the life and the memory of Mindy Michelle Mandel will be conducted by Cantor Marc Bachrach. Before beginning, everyone, if you would please take a moment to check your cell phones or any electronic device to place them in the silent position or turned off completely, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
The fabric of your lives has been torn by your loss of Mindy, and that tear can never be fully repaired. Even when you sew fabric back together, it's never quite the same. We begin our sacred goodbye to Mindy with the Korea ritual, the tearing of the garments. Korea is always performed standing because the act of standing shows strength during a time of grief. Would those who are wearing the Korea ribbons now stand? As Jews, we mark the formal beginning of mourning with this act. We tear a fabric over our hearts to reflect our grief and our tears, and yes, even our anger, and we open ourselves in complete vulnerability, surrounded by the love and the tenderness of those family and friends gathered here supporting you, sharing love, sharing grief. Please tear now. We recite a simple traditional blessing. Please repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai Dayan Ha'emet. Blessed are you, Adonai, truthful judge. Please be seated. Adonai Natan v'Adonai Lakach. Yehi Shem Adonai Mevorach. You have given us the life of Mindy Michelle Mandel. And now that life has been taken from us. Life is short. It often seems like a fleeting shadow, like the flower that blooms in the day and dies in the night. So teach us to make each day count. Give us a heart filled with wisdom and with love and with joy, like the heart of Mindy Mandel. Match our days of sorrow for all the years that we live with joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, they will reap in joy. Beautiful Hasidic teaching tells us there are three ascending levels of mourning. With tears, that's the lowest, the densest. With silence, that's higher. And with song, that is the highest. So we today, this afternoon, will feel free to share tears, to share silence, and to sing together. Hine matov umanayim. How good, how important it is for us to be here together, here and now, connecting with one another, connected with Mindy. If you know it, feel free. The words to all these Jewish songs are la la la. You can do that, or just lip sync. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Mindy, We come here this afternoon to honor you, to comfort each other during a time of great loss and grief, by honoring and celebrating your life, by performing our ancient prayers and rituals. Mindy, I never had the privilege of meeting you, but I am privileged to share the essence of the beautiful descriptions others have shared with me. You wanted your funeral to be personal. Your literal words were, "My service should be personal and not expensive. I'm okay with whatever." I'm sorry, Mindy. We just cannot do whatever. You deserve far more than a cookie-cutter tribute. In Jewish tradition, my role today is twofold. First, to celebrate Mindy's many gifts, and second, to break your hearts open to the full range of emotion that comes with loss. Because by opening your hearts completely, you allow Mindy's love, her warmth, and her legacy to continue nourishing your lives. It's about feeling it all, the full spectrum of emotions that comes with remembering such a fabulous person. Yes, fabulous. Because when I asked for one word that would describe Mindy, fabulous was the one they offered me. At the funerals and celebrations of life Mindy attended, she would socialize with everyone, pay her respects to the family. So I'm encouraging everyone to honor Mindy today by following her example this afternoon at the meal of consolation and reception later after the internment. The thing about being a parent, being a grandparent, it doesn't end. It doesn't end with age, and it doesn't end with death. Michelle, Michael, Nicole, Mindy will always be your mother. Benjamin, Noah, and Soleil, Mindy will always be your grandma, and she will always love you. Our lives are God's gift to us, but what we do with our life, that's our gift back to God. And it's been so easy for me to learn from you that Mindy's life was a massive, awesome gift to God. Mindy wrote full chapters in her Sefer Chaim, her book of life. Teacher, mother, grandmother, loyal friend, baker, cook. She was all these things, and she was so much more. So this afternoon, we celebrate Mindy even as we mourn her loss. We offer our gratitude for the many gifts she gave to her world, and Mindy's gifts to you and to her world were many indeed. Here are just a few of them. She gave the gift of her creativity. Mindy was clever, original, adaptive, a problem solver. Translation, she was into everybody's business, and she had a solution to everyone's problems. Mindy gave the gift of curiosity. She eagerly explored new things. She was open to new ideas, very spontaneous, game for almost everything. She was open to trying new things anytime, anywhere, especially new restaurants. Mindy loved learning, and she taught herself most things through reading books or the internet. She especially enjoyed finding new recipes. Mindy provided the gift of wise counsel. From her vast life experience, she brought good advice and wisdom to her AA community and friends. And she was quick to share her advice with her family, especially Michael, Michelle, and Len. Mindy gave the gift of her courage and her bravery. She was definitely fearless. She was the first to jump in any situation and speak up for what's right. She wasn't shy to speak in front of a crowd and share her thoughts or feelings. In the face of cancer, she fought it head on. Gift of perseverance. Mindy was like a pit bull. Once she had something in her mouth, she wouldn't let it go until it was resolved. If someone said they were going to do something, she would be concerned until they got it done. She was the one reminding them what they said they wanted to do. You were all made richer by her zest for life. Your Mindy was enthusiastic, energetic. She did not do things half-heartedly. Mindy was the best cheerleader for everyone, especially Michelle and Susie. She was their biggest fan and was always by their side. She always wanted to see the glass half full, and that's why she and Michelle got matching tattoos in Paris that said La Vie en Rose, which translate to life in rosy hues. Always looking at each new day through her rose-colored glasses gave her the positive attitude, the enthusiastic energy that she brought to this world. Mindy was a team player, socially responsible and loyal. She was fair and she was just. She gave the gift of her leadership. When she organized group activities, she successfully encouraged that group to get things done. Mindy was amazing at coordinating last-minute events. Mindy gave the gift of her forgiveness. She was merciful. She accepted others' shortcomings. She was always giving them a second chance. Mindy never really held a grudge. The gift of her humility. Mindy was modest, letting her accomplishments speak for themselves. She did brag, however, about her precious, beautiful, and smart grandchildren. Mindy took lots of risks, and she lived life to the fullest. She felt awe and wonder in the beauty of nature. She was inspired by the goodness of others. She gave the gift of her gratitude. Thankful for the good in her life, she expressed thanks for it freely and felt blessed. She practiced gratitude every morning with her gratitude list. Mindy gave the gift of hope. She was optimistic, she was future-minded, she was future-oriented. She hoped that her children would find good and kind partners and have great lives, and she holds the same intention for her grandchildren. She gave the gift of her humor. Playful, lighthearted, Mindy brought smiles to others. Her laughter was distinct. You could hear her in a crowd or from across the room laughing. She either had a smile on her face or was laughing all the time. In fact, Mindy always botched everybody's names and made them all laugh. She gave the gift of her spirituality. Mindy considered herself very spiritual, open to signs and to messages from the universe in events and nature. She felt the presence of those we love who have passed during family events. Mindy gave the gift of her kindness. She was generous, she was nurturing, she was caring, she was compassionate, and she was altruistic. She used her gift of social intelligence wisely. Mindy knew what made others tick. Mindy gave the gift of her love. Warm, genuine, Mindy valued very close relationships. Mindy was all love, all love. She thrived on bringing love in her life and to all she touched. Mindy's superpower was her honesty. Authentic, trustworthy, sincere. Honesty was probably her best quality. She couldn't be dishonest even if she tried. She spoke, she listened, and she acted from her heart with everyone. Her authentic nature is why so many people were drawn to her. You know, one of a Jew's assignments in life is to participate in tikkun olam, various forms of action and behavior intended to repair and improve the world. So we ask, how did the actions, the very presence of this beloved woman, change or heal the world, or even the smallest portion of it? She inspired her preschool students, her children, her grandchildren, and so many AA newcomers and friends. She brought her wisdom, her experience, and her love of life to all. The world is improved, at least for those blessed to have been in her orbit. And for those in the center of her orbit, her devotion and loyalty to you, her family, Mindy's love for all of you is a love that made you feel heard, it made you feel safe, it made you feel happy and looked out for, and it's one that lives forever in your heart. She made all of you feel that love deeply, that what you did mattered to her, and she was proud of you. In Jewish, we call that pride nachas, and that was your great gift to her. What a wonderful spirit Mindy has. Just because it no longer inhabits a physical body, it will surely be felt by all who knew and appreciated her. The laughter, tears, the word, or how Mindy said it, these things remembered deep within you are Mindy's living legacy. We all have a way to clear the clutter of a relationship and get down to its true meaning for us. And now is the time that meaning will shine forth for each of you. You see, each soul has a Torah unique to that person. It's the collection of that person's wisdom, their innermost teaching. Because for each soul, by the time of her or his final hour, the Torah is complete. The teaching has been done. Mindy, your family and your friends have given me the gift of hearing portions of your Torah, and we'll hear more of them soon. We shared lots of words that describe you, your roles in life, the things you mastered. You did all those things and so much more. And then lots more words, adjectives that describe how well you performed those roles, like kind, loving, resilient, humble, persistent, fiercely dedicated. There is, however, one perfect word for a woman like you, Mindy. One that says it all. One that summarizes your Torah, your mission statement here on earth, and how you carried out that mission. And that word is mensch, Mindy Michelle Mandel. Mensch. A real human being. Kind, humble, compassionate, generous, and loyal. Your Torah is filled with the actions and the deeds of a mensch, Mindy. Mindela, bat Paula Richard. Mindy, daughter of Paula and Richard. Your Torah is truly complete. Your teaching here is done. And we are all blessed and honored by your example. I know I speak from the hearts of everyone gathered here when I say to you, may you now receive 10 times the blessings back that you bestowed on others during your lifetime. Friends, if you always love the ones you lose, you will never lose the ones you love. Please turn to page 6. Join me out loud, reading Let Us Be Honest About Death. Join me, please. Let us be honest with ourselves about death and not pretend that it is less or more than it is. It is separation and pain, sorrow and grief. It is the loneliness of anguish hours in which we feel our loss deeply and the hurt of a loved one's absence keenly. It is learning to live without that familiar face and smile, that unique and needed love and understanding, and how to survive those long, vacant hours and the invincible longing that will not go away. But let us not pretend that death is more than it is. It is not annihilation. For as long as memory endures, our loved one's influence will be felt. It is not an end to love. Our need for love is deep and limitless, and it does not diminish when a loved one dies. It is not an end to joy and laughter. Nothing would less honor the gentle soul whom we now remember than protracted sadness and rivers of tears. Though our grief is real, we must not allow it to become counterfeit respect. Though our affliction is genuine, we must not allow it to hinder sweet memories and warm recollections that bring healing, relief, and solace. Let us be honest with ourselves about death, for that honesty will enable us to understand Mindy better and ourselves more deeply. Death cannot deprive us of happy memories or enduring friendship or the eternal qualities of a beloved personality. Ironically, death enhances memory. It makes even more vivid all that was meaningful and lasting. Death cannot erase a life and the love that ennobled it. True, we shall not see Mindy again, nor hear her familiar voice. That is, we shall not see with our eyes or hear with our ears as we saw or heard before, but with our hearts we shall see. And in the Holy of Holies of our minds, we shall hear again the comforting words that even death cannot silence. As she has often done in life, so now, even in death, Mindy's memory will return to us again and again to heal the hurt of separation and to relieve the pain that death has wrought. The speaking time at this service is limited, but the reception afterwards at Michelle's house in Woodland Hills will provide an opportunity for everyone who wants to share stories or memories, and we encourage you to share them then. There will be a microphone available, and also, for those who would feel more comfortable, a videographer will be on hand to capture your words and your feelings privately. With hearts broken open by Mindy's departure, we first call upon Mercedes to bear witness through the Torah of Mindy.
I'm so incredibly honored to be asked to speak on this day. First, I want to share my love and condolences to each of you, especially Michelle, Michael, Len, Benji, Noah, and little Soleil, as well as the rest of the family. She was the heart of her family, and her love and dedication was such a huge part of what made her so special. Mindy had this warmth and deep compassion that just radiated to everyone around her. I remember the exact day that I met Mindy. It was a Thursday. It was February 22nd. It was 2007. It was at Kimmy T's house. And I remember this because I was 11 days sober, fresh out of detox. And from that moment we met, she was so kind, so welcoming, and I knew that I had a new sober friend. And that was the start of our 17-and-a-half-year friendship, and I will always cherish it. AA was such a huge part of both of our lives. We supported each other through all the twists and turns of recovery, attending countless meetings. Pretty much from day one, we had our core group of friends, the goddesses. As I look out, I see so many of you here. We celebrated everything, big and small, and sometimes threw a party just for the heck of it. Birthday parties, AA workshops, vision board parties, tiaras were often involved because that's just how we roll. She was always at our annual Halloween party with all the girls. When she arrived, she would have that beautiful smile with a delicious dish that we couldn't resist. Mindy was always one with her camera, capturing our happiest moments, so we would have these memories forever. She was a loyal friend, there for us, sharing laughter and joy. I just really wanted to share a few most meaningful memories that are very personal to me. She being part of my wedding with the rest of the girls, being one of my son's visitors the day he got back from the hospital, and she loved him. I named him Ryan because of her Ryan. The ones that I will hold most dear is when it was just the two of us, when we would have deep, meaningful conversation about what was really going on. Through AA, Mindy found herself a deep spiritual connection, and I believe it gave her the strength and grace to handle her cancer diagnosis with all the ups and downs of treatments over the last 2.5 years. Surrounded by love, She never gave up hope. I was always inspired by her determination to live fully, especially for her children and her grandchildren. She made sure to create as many memories as possible for them, and she did everything she could to make that happen, from Palm Springs to Paris. Mindy was truly one of a kind, a loving mother, a grandma, a loyal friend, and really a goddess among us. She gave us so much love, laughter, and warmth. I know she'll be with us forever. Let's keep celebrating her by carrying her kindness and joy forward, remembering her at every sunset, and holding tight all of the precious moments she left us with. Thank you.
Michelle.
Hi. Sorry. I've unfortunately thought about this day the last couple of years. I have dreaded this moment. I lost my sweet mom, who was not only my mother, but my best friend. We shared everything, our home, our laughter, and our lives. She was an essential part of my journey as a parent. Though she wasn't their mom, she played an invaluable role in my children's lives, embracing them with the love and warmth of a remarkable grandmother. She was my biggest fan, always telling me that I was the most beautiful girl in the world. She would tell me often that the day I was born was the best day of her life. Her love for me was boundless. I had the luxury of having my mom live with me for the past 12 years. What was supposed to be a short stay turned permanent, and that's and that's because my husband and I didn't want her to leave. People couldn't understand how I could tolerate my mom living with me as an adult, especially with a husband and then children. But I just loved it. I had my mom always by my side to hang out with. It felt so good to have her close. I'm not sure how life will be without her physically here, but I can tell you this. Wherever she is now, they are extremely lucky to have her. My mom wanted to live, to travel, to explore, and to watch her grandchildren grow up. She embraced her role as the best grandma in the entire world with such joy. I've never known someone who not only loved her kids and grandkids so deeply, but also found joy in every child she encountered. She would light up at the chance to hold a baby and would engage with children in a way that made them feel special and loved. I can still picture her smile as she cuddled her grandbabies, her laughter filling our home. One of my favorite memories is when we traveled to Paris together. She wanted to get a matching tattoo, and I told her it had to mean something super special, that I wasn't just going to put anything on my body. She decided on the saying, La vie en rose, because she believed life should be viewed through rose-colored glasses. I loved it, and it perfectly encapsulated her outlook on life. Today, as we remember her, I encourage all of you to view life through rose-colored glasses as well. I'll deeply miss the moments waking up to James Taylor playing throughout the house and being forced to start my day by drinking coffee together and picking an angel card. Let's see what you'll get, she'd say. If you have been to our home, you probably have picked an angel card too. I miss her. I will miss her reminders to take care of myself, to drink more water and meditate. She would always ask to watch a movie together. She knew every good show and movie out there. When I'd come home from a night out, she would always want to know everything. She was so excited that I'd had a good time and enjoyed myself. She was always down for an adventure or up for a good prank, reminding me to find fun in the little things. No one loved preparing for a dinner party or holiday quite like she did. She brought every gathering to life, making it festive and delicious. And she would often say, "I made a huge mess, but at least I cooked with love." I'll miss the mess. It wasn't just about the food, it was all about the love that she poured into every moment, every meal, and every memory. Nothing brought her more happiness than cooking for her family and her friends, enjoying a warm fire on a chilly night, and of course, ice cream. She taught us that love is often found in the little things, the laughter shared around a dinner table, the warmth of a hug, and the joy of simply being together. Our bond was deep, and losing her feels like losing a part of me. I am forever grateful for our time together, and she will live on in my heart and the hearts of my kids. Remember my mom for the vibrant spirit she was. Carry her love forward in your life. Cherish the moments you have with your loved ones. She may no longer be with us in body, but her spirit will forever live on in our hearts. Thank you.
Mindy's son Michael asked me to read a few words that he wrote. It's true what they say. No other woman can take your mother's place. My mom, Mindy Michelle Mandel, was an amazing woman. Me being happy and taken care of mattered deeply to her. She put a roof over my head, clothes on my back, put me in baseball, and let me play football. My mom pretty much raised 2 kids on her own. She worked 2 jobs to provide for me and my sister Michelle. My mom was a beautiful woman inside and out. She took pride in being a good mother to us. I'm forever grateful for that. Through her struggles, she kept being a mom and didn't talk about her problems. She had to show me some tough love at times so I could realize that my life needed to change. My mom was a hard worker, and I took after her, and she was a passionate person. She loved cooking, would do her best to make good, healthy meals. My mom had this amazing light where most people she met could connect with her and make them feel good. Men loved her, and she had boyfriends who treated me very well. My mom was loved at work by her coworkers, and she shined brightly at her job. We always had what we needed. We never went without. Through AA, my mom changed her life and got sober. She met a lot of people she connected with and made friends for life. Thank God for AA. It made my mom a better person, brought some good people and women in her life. Mom was a positive person and always put her best foot forward. My mom had me in the YMCA where I met one of my best childhood friends. We used to go camping with the Y every summer. Me and my sister Michelle loved it. Because Mom wanted us to have fun and be happy as children. My mom's energy was contagious. People loved being around her. She helped me when I couldn't help myself. She picked me up when I was down. She kept faith in me throughout my life. My mom did her best to make other people happy. She was an angel. Mom, you will be in my heart forever. There won't be one day that goes by that I won't think about you and all that you were. I love and I miss you so much. I'm thankful, so thankful, that you are my mother. If I could go back, I would, and I'd be a better son, but I'll keep doing my best to make you proud. Rest in heaven, Mom. You only deserve the best. Your son, Michael. David?
Hello, folks. Mindy was my cousin, but that's almost too distant a title because we grew up together. We grew up 2 blocks away. She lived with Grandma B around the corner near Roxbury Park in Beverly Hills, and I lived on Rodeo Drive. It was just about a 45-second skateboard ride. And my brother and sister, who are here on this hill with us and have been for a while, They were about Mindy's age, so the four of us were inseparable in our childhood. And when I say that, I mean it. My mother and Mindy's mother were sisters. Mindy's mother being a couple years older. And when her mother was, when Mindy was about 14 or 15, her mother decided to remarry and marry a pilot from Florida. And she packed up and she left. But she didn't take Mindy with her. So my mother and Grandma B and Grandpa Moose became her life. And we had a good life. It wasn't a hard life, but Mindy got thrown some curveballs and took them like a champ. Mindy would be there for me when my brother didn't want me to hang out with them, when they were at Grandma B's listening to Led Zeppelin and Humble Pie albums. No, David, you got to go home. Mindy would say, no, he doesn't, Carrie. And that was that. What Mindy said went. And she backed me until my whole life. Mindy was there for me. She always I was like her pacifier. If she needed something, she just always needed me around when I was a little boy. And it was so special for my cousin to treat me like her little brother. And, you know, I've never said in my 62 years on this planet, I've never said, hey, that lady reminds me of Mindy. And I never will, because there's nobody like Mindy. There's nobody that's ever going to remind me of her. It was just about 8 or 10 weeks ago, I guess, that we buried my father here. And Mindy was looking forward to the funeral. She called me, texted me every day in her pain and her doctor's appointments. And it just didn't matter. She was there for me. And it astounded me that what she was going through, she set aside every day to make sure I was okay. It's like nothing I'd ever seen before. And it made her just so much more special. And I didn't know that was possible. I really didn't. And when she couldn't make it the day before we buried him, she got pretty sick. And she couldn't be here. And she called me in tears, as if I would be upset. She was fighting cancer, and she still was crying and apologizing to me that she couldn't be here. And I said, Mindy, you're going to be there. It doesn't matter that you're not physically going to be here. You're with me. And that's how I feel now. I'm not going to say Mindy was my cousin. Mindy is my cousin, because she's always going to be with me. And I'll tell you, she couldn't have given birth to a better family. She's the Chernyavskys, Michael. They're just the most wonderful people. And they've helped me through my hard times like Mindy did. And it was just unexpectedly wonderful. And I'm going to miss her terribly. But I'll see her soon. I'll see her again. And I assure you, everybody that loved her and loves her, that when she arrived here, she was never alone, not for a minute. My brother and sister were here to hold her hand. My father, my whole family was here. And it's an honor to have a cousin, and that is just such the wrong word, to have a family member that, I'll tell you what, I'm having a harder time now. When we buried my father, I was talking away, and now I'm just having such a difficult time. But thank you for coming and loving Mindy like I did. She was the most special person that I had in my life.
It's beautiful, man. Congratulations. Susie? I hate to tell you this, but keep it that short.
Hi, I'm Michelle and Michael's aunt. Technically, I was Mindy's ex-sister-in-law, but we were truly like sisters. On behalf of the family, I just really wanted to thank all of you for being here today. It really means a lot to all of us. When Michelle asked me if I wanted to say anything in 3 minutes or less, I thought that, what could I say that hasn't already been said? Was I going to talk about the deep and pain and the sorrow that we're all feeling and the exceptional sense of loss that we all have because we all just lost a person who made it her job to know and care about everything that was going on in your life and how she could be a part of it. She was my person. Or maybe I wanted to talk about how we met that day 51 years ago when my brother Chuck was bringing her home to meet the family. And my little girl self was so excited that I waited outside on the porch until she arrived. Vividly, I remember her getting out of the car with the biggest Mindy smile, and she walked over and greeted me with her famous Mindy, "Hi." She held out her hand and introduced herself to me like I was a VIP. This is how she approached everyone. Everyone was a VIP to her. She so loved meeting and getting to know people, and people loved her. I also thought maybe I should talk about what an incredible mother, grandmother, stepmother to Nicole, aunt to Sammy, Jacob, Eddie, and my son Ryan. She loved everyone's children, though. She naturally had that mama vibe. She loved being and giving and doing for the kids. Any chance to make a trip to Target to buy them a present made her day. But her children, Michael and Michelle, and her grandchildren, were everything. And there wasn't anything she wouldn't do for them. She struggled as a single mom so much when Michael and Michelle were little, but still she did whatever it took to make sure they felt love and that they had food in their bellies. Because food was Mindy's, of course, love language. We all know that. Her best way to show you how much she loved you was to feed you. Cooking also brought such a sense of accomplishment to her, and we all thanked her for it almost always. Then I think, should I put Len in that children paragraph? But Mindy and Len had such an incredible relationship that he deserved 30 seconds of my 3 minutes. Kidding aside, Mindy loved Len as another son. And more than anything, she was grateful for him. She knew it was a huge sacrifice for him to live with her. A sacrifice for him to have her live with them, sorry. It was a gift, and no matter how enraged they would get with each other, the gratitude, love, and having each other's back never went away. I could go on and on about all those things, but the thing I did want to say today, no matter how many times it's been said, is what an incredible light and joy and love that she was for all of us. Not everyone carries that kind of magic in them and has the ability to make others feel special and seen. Not everyone brings joy to each moment and each day, whether she was feeling it on the inside or not. And not everyone has the gift to touch so many people with as much love as she had. My heart is broken, and I know that we will all miss her deeply. One last thing I know that was important to her. I want to remind us all to keep her memory alive and keep talking about her and telling Mindy stories to her nieces and nephews, and especially to Benji and Noah and Soleil, so that they can keep her in our hearts forever. Thank you.
Len? and we'll all have an opportunity to keep telling those stories this afternoon. Len is our final speaker.
Hello. Thank you all for joining us today in the celebration and remembrance of our wonderful Mandel Baspala. We gather with heavy hearts to honor and remember a truly exceptional woman. She was more than just a mother-in-law. She was an amazing friend. As we all know, it's one thing to visit your mother-in-law and a whole nother thing to live with her. From the very start, we shared a unique bond of recovery, which helped me close the deal with my wife, Michelle. Mindy was a beacon of light and the cornerstone of love and compassion in our family. Mindy's warmth and kindness were qualities that defined her. She had an incredible gift for making others feel valued and heard, with an ability to see the good in everyone and every situation. It was impossible to be in her presence without feeling the genuine love and care she shared. To know Mindy was to know a person whose heart was always open, whose laughter could lift any spirit, and whose generosity seemed endless. Mindy didn't lack much as a human being, maybe just her politics and mispronouncing words and names. As a grandmother, Mindy was unparalleled. She filled the lives of her grandchildren with joy, love, and energy. She was their greatest champion and their source of countless cherished memories. I feel so grateful to have witnessed the profound bond she shared with them, a bond that will forever be etched in their hearts and mind. For me, as her son-in-law, I couldn't have asked for more caring, supportive, and loving presence. She welcomed me with open arms, unwavering warmth, and support, and I'm thankful every day for the relationship we shared. Mindy, above all, a genuinely good person. Her spirit was selfless, her compassion limitless, and her kindness a testament to the beauty of her soul. She lived her life with grace and love, inspiring all of us to be better, kinder, and more connected. While our hearts ache with her loss, we must carry forward her legacy of love, kindness, and light. Let us remember Mindy not just in our grief, but in the ways we live our own lives by embracing each other, caring deeply, and cherishing every moment. Mandel, we love you, we miss you. We'll always carry your light within us. Rest in peace, hon.
Well, it's really good that Mindy was one with her camera, because we're about to say the words, "Here's Mindy," and the slideshow will roll. I want you to imagine that you're drawing an angel card during this while you watch it. Let's see what you get. Roll tape. Here's Mindy.
Miss Mindy.
Here I go again, I see the crystal fish.
just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like a she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. Sun is gonna shine above. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Seems as though a month ago I was beta guy, never got high. Oh, was a sorry guy. But now I smile a face, a girl that shares my name. Yeah, now I'm through with the game. This boy will never be the same. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Pisces, Virgo rising,
They're like in their 20s, okay?
strong and kind,
Understand that.
and the little boy is mine. Now I see a family where there once was none. Now it just begun. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the sun. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you luck. And if you find she helps your mind, buddy, take her home. Yeah, don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright.
There might be something bringing you here.
Well, there's something in the way she moves, or looks my way, or calls my name, that seems to leave this troubled world behind. And if I'm feeling down and blue, or troubled by some foolish game, she always seems to make me change my mind. And I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now, almost all the time. And if I'm well, you can tell she's been with me now. She's been with me now, quite a long and the things I lean on, they lose their meaning. I find myself careening into places where I should not let me go. She has the power to go where no one else can find me, and to silently remind me of the happiness and good times that I know. Yes, I just got to know them. It isn't what she's got to say, or how she thinks, or where she's been. To me, the words are nice the way they sound. I like to hear them best that way. It doesn't matter what they mean. She says them mostly just to calm me down. And I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now. I said just about all the time. And if I'm well, you can tell she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long, long time. And I feel fine.
Troubled, and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right.
Hi, this is Mindy, and my nephew Ryan Walsh is going to do the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS Cares, and he's going to challenge Sammy Mandel, Jake Mandel, and his friend Sam Aronoff. Aaron check. So are you ready, Ryan? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Good job.
To see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. You to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend?
Tell me what you think of it.
Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? You've got a friend. Oh, yeah.
Gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. Go Mindy! Go Mindy! Go Mindy! Go Mindy! Happy birthday! Go Mindy! Happy birthday! Go Mindy! Woohoo, Mindy!
Such a fool of me. But hold me in your arms and love me till I just can't sleep. But then you let me down.
Can I make this bigger?
Here, Mom, get in this.
Oh, look at you.
Walk into this. Smile, it's a video.
You know that I admit that someone love like this only existed in my prayers. Until I saw her face, I knew I'd found the place where I could keep my every faith eternally. 'Cause she got it all.
Happy birthday, Karina. We love you.
Hello. I'm making a video. I'm out on the lawn with Sophie the Roof, and we're waiting for everybody to get home. And it's beautiful out. And I just want to say I'm really grateful for everything. I might have bad news, I might not have bad news. So whatever it is, I'll handle it, hopefully with grace and dignity. And if it's not bad news, I'm going to celebrate hard, which means going out to karaoke with my friends. And if it is bad news, I'm going to be sad, but I know it's all going to be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, then it's not the end. And I love my kids and my grandchildren more than anything in the whole world. And Len too. He's so strong and optimistic. And Michelle is my favorite. She's my angel. And I
love my boys. And I hope I get to meet my granddaughter one day. Because she's going to be my princess. And that's all I've got.
Please turn to page 3 in the memorial prayer book, page 3. And let's read responsively. I'll start, you respond. This is the ancient Jewish prayer for the dead, the El Malei Rachamim, which will conclude our service. Compassionate One, remember now the precious, precious, precious soul of Mindy Michelle Mandel, who returned to the realm from which she had originally come to spend time with us in her life. May Mindy's soul be intertwined with your great spirit, the source of all life, and in the warmth and the serenity of your wings. Together, may her spirit be joined with the spirits of our ancestors, Sarah and Abraham, with those of our parents, Paula and Richard, with the spirits of other great men and women who now dwell in the bliss of paradise. Source of all blessing are you, Yah, breath of all life, who created Mindy, graced us with the gift of her presence in our lives. You chose to bring her into being on our plane, and you chose to call her back to your realm in your own mysterious way. Together, we thank you, creator of life and death, for the time we had with our beloved Mindy. Ask you to comfort us now for our sense of loss in our lives and for our somber encounter with our own mortality at this moment. Renew in us the faith that in your unending love, death is but a journey of the spirit from the finite realm of physical being to the infinite realm of your eternal embrace. For the soul of the human is a spark of the divine, wellspring of blessing are you, Yah, breath of all life, who is with us in life and in death. El Malei Rachamim Shochem Bamramim Hamsei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Hashchnina Lenishmat Mindela Bat Paula Richard. Please translate with me now. Great power of compassion, who dwells in the realms of the high, bring forth true repose beneath the wings of your presence to the spirit of Mindy, daughter of Paula and Richard. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, shalva nechama v'koach zikaron edna, aleinu v'al kol yoshvel tevel. Translate again with me. You who creates harmony in the realm of the high, also bring to us harmony, peace of mind, consolation, strength of nurturing memory, upon us and upon all who walk, swim, and fly across the earth, the El Malei Rachamim, the ancient Jewish prayer for the dead. Malei Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Chamsei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei Hashchinah, B'mahalot Kiddushim, U'tehorim, Kizohar Rakia, Maskirim, Et Nishmat Mindela Bat Paula Richard, Shalach Leolama, Began Eden Lachein Bal Harachamim Yastireha beseiter kinafar. Li'olami, yitzro b'tzor hachayim et nishmota. Adonai hu nachalata. V'yanduach al mishkavo b'shalom. Please remember to keep your prayer books with you as we travel to the internment.
Thank you. Cantor. Ladies and gentlemen, Cantor will conclude the service at the interment site. In just a moment, after the flowers have been removed, I'm going to begin to usher you from the chapel. I'll start in the back and work my way towards the front row by row. Once you've exited through the doors here on my right, I ask that you please go directly to your cars and just wait for a few moments, and then we will drive to the interment site in a procession. And at the conclusion of the service, there will be a gathering at Michelle and Len's home. The address is 20628 DeForest Street in Woodland Hills. So flowers will be removed, and then I'll usher you forward. So if you would please remain seated for a few moments. As you are coming forward, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please, I respectfully ask, if you would please refrain from greeting family at this time. Allow them some privacy in returning to their cars at this time. There'll be ample time at the end of the service to come up and speak with family, and they would appreciate that. Thank you.
Way down here, you need a reason to move. Feel a fool, running your stateside games. Lose your load, leave your mind behind, baby Jane. Oh, Mexico, you sound so simple, I just got to go. The sun's so hot, I forgot to go home. Guess I'll have to go now. Americana. ashamed of playing the fool. One thing can be to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Yeah. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Well, you can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about these squeaky wheels. Always get in the grease. Better to shower the people you love with love. Yes, and show them the way that you feel. I know things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I'd like to do to you, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.